I'm your girl, Miss Sophia, holding it down right here on WERUradio, home of urban music for the LGBTQI community and me. Between the hours of 2 p.m. and 6 p.m., this is Club Chit Chat. That's right. You know how we do it, honey. We're going to be talking about sports, politics, entertainment, and a little of this and a little of that. That's why we call this Club Chit Chat, baby. With a happy hour coming to you at 5 p.m. like no other happy hour you've ever experienced. So make sure you're around during our happy hour. Hey, I'm your girl, Miss Sophia, holding it down right here on WERUradio, home of urban music for the LGBTQI community and me. Come on, baby, let's ride. Sophia right here on WERUradio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride, baby. My very special guest is here. My sister, my brother, my whatever, baby, is here, honey. Miss Lawrence from Star. Miss Lawrence, I know Miss Lawrence when I first moved here in Atlanta, and Miss Lawrence was a hairstylist, and then he has blossomed into this singer, this actor, this actress, this ballroom diva. And then Miss Lawrence not only came in here, but Miss Lawrence brought another one of my newfound friends / fans in here. One of the CNN contributors, Charles Blow. Hi, Miss Lawrence. How are you?
Hey, sis. Hey, Soul. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You the girl.
When you asked me to come, first of all, I'm mad because you said you had reached out and asked. I did not see when you asked me to come before, but I'm just so happy to see you with your own radio show, and you know this is long overdue for you. So whatever I can do to help, where we can help each other, I'm always here. Just know that. I don't care where I'm at, honey. Even if I ain't in Atlanta, honey, if I gotta come back home, Skype, whatever the hell you need, I got you, honey.
I appreciate it, honey. And not only I did not even get a bio. I didn't look at your bio or nothing like that. I don't have nothing.
Family. You don't need all that.
We're going to get into all of that, honey. The reason I didn't have to go and Google who Miss Lawrence is and all of that. But before we get into that, hi, Charles.
Hey, Sophia.
How are you?
So, I was just having lunch with Lawrence, and he made me come to...
I didn't make you come to nothing.
To join his job. And I was like, okay, I'll come. But I know you were going to put me on the radio, though.
Charles, if I'd have known you'd have been here, you would come and honey. We would have been talking about this election. We still going to talk about this election and everything that's going on in Georgia. Charles, we have turned Georgia blue.
Yes, we have. Since I arrived.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
All right, we're going to talk about some of this election throughout the day. So you're going to be contributing to this conversation about this election. But Miss Lawrence.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm here. I'm still here. That's all I can say. You know, taking it one day at a time during this
That's
pandemic.
a gospel song. I'm still here.
It is a gospel song by Dorinda Clark. Okay? Taking it one day at a time. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. Now, we're going to take it back to the beginning. When I first moved here, you were just Lawrence.
Yep.
And then you started wearing you started bringing having your purses and your heels on.
No, yeah.
You were the very first person to come out with a purse and some heels on and dressed as a boy.
And a lip gloss,
and everybody used to call you my child.
Yeah.
They said, that's Miss Sophia. See, Miss Sophia, what you done started. You got these children in here thinking that that's a movement, that's real, and that's all of that. And then you start wearing lipstick. So then I start calling you Miss Lipstick.
Yeah, you did used to call me Miss Lipstick.
I just call you Miss Lipstick.
I remember I would come to the club, Sophia would say, and I would walk by to go tip one of the girls. Sophia would be on the mic and say, see what happened when they let gays in the military?
So I am so proud of you, all the things that you have done, and you've always, and then once you were a stylist.
Yes.
You were a stylist first, so tell us how you moved from being a stylist to a singer and an actor.
Growing up, I've always loved singing. I've always kind of had an innate liking to the arts, performing arts, dancing, singing, acting, all of that. So, when I was in high school, I went to Tri-Cities High School here in Atlanta, which is a performing arts school. I participated in it. I was in drama, I was in dance, but I shied away from that world because I didn't think that the world or that arena was ready for me, because I was always unapologetically me. As you said, when you long time ago, I've always been in a heel, whether it fit or not. Sometimes look back then, and a purse, honey, and all that kind of stuff. So I left it alone, and I've always loved the beauty industry. So I got more involved in the beauty industry and kind of exploring my gifts and my talents with that. And I went on to become a hairstylist, and just giving 110% to that, nurturing that side of me, and making sure I taught others and brought other hairstylists up. Everything just kind of came full circle through my clients who were prominent figures in Atlanta. One being Sheree Whitfield, who was on Housewives of Atlanta, who invited me and asked me to come on to Real Housewives. And from that, Andy Cohen took a strong liking to my personality, and from that, my own show with Bevy Smith, who's my dear friend and mentor, and Derek J, Fashion Queens. And from there, Lee Daniels was a fan of that show, and he was also friends with Bevy, and that led to me being on in scripted television now.
Star.
Empire, then Star. I always have to throw Empire there, but yeah. But as my first series regular role, and as that real stamp of approval, yes, it was Star.
And also, when I first talked to you, when you first came out with your song, when your song first came out, and then I talked to you, I'm like, Child, I know you was a singer. You say, singing is my first love.
Yeah.
So you were in your salon. You had your own salon. Do you still have a salon?
No. I retired from the salon industry, I think 3 years ago, maybe. Probably about 3 years ago. Yeah, no, I let it out. I let it go because the industry has shifted a lot. The beauty industry, in particular, the salon industry, it's shifted a lot. You know, a lot of stylists are, they're more motivated by the idea of being like their own, owning their own salon. So the salon suites and stuff have kind of taken over the city, where everybody gets to be have their own kind of salon within a building. So that kind of took over. But I left the industry right before that I saw where it was going. I knew it was time, and I just couldn't serve both masters. I knew I had to pick and choose which one was it, and it was very, very hard for me to make that decision on which one, whether or not I should leave the salon industry. It was a very, very, very hard decision I had to make. It took me about 1.5 years to make the decision, and once I got confirmation that it was time to move on, then I let it all go. I'll always be a part of the beauty industry because that's just in me. But being like hands-on and owning a salon and physically doing hair, I had to let that side go.
But make no mistakes, honey. You still know how to cut and coif.
Make no mistakes about it, honey.
And people can hire you if they
still
want you
with my eyes closed. No, they can't hire me, but still with my eyes closed, honey.
They can't book you to do no hair.
No.
Nobody can book you. You're not gonna even go do nobody hair. If Oprah Winfrey call you and say,
No,
you're not gonna do it.
No.
You just let it go. You're not doing nothing with hair
And you
anymore.
know what? Even before I retired from the salon industry, I stopped doing celebrities. I did a few celebrities during my span of being a hairstylist, but that wasn't what I went after. I didn't go after the celebrities. I liked my everyday working class corporate professionals and just my everyday working class people, because those are the ones that sustain me. I didn't get into being a celebrity stylist. I like the idea of being a celebrated stylist, and so that's what I stuck to, and it served me well. But it's nothing against people that do celebrities and stuff, because that's very, very lucrative. That just wasn't my thing.
And also, when it comes to the styling, the hairstyling, and the makeup and all that, I think the internet has changed the game on that as well, because you can go on internet now and
learn how to do everything. That's what I mean.
How to do makeup and hair.
That's what I mean. The industry changed. It shifted. You gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them, honey.
And you have folded.
Yeah.
When it comes to the beauty industry. All right, this is my very special guest, Miss Lawrence, all the way from DATL, honey, the beauty industry. But the beauty industry no more, honey. You are on the big screen now, and you are in the recording studio. We have a lot of your songs here. We're going to be playing them today. We're going to be talking about some things that, what's going on with you, because I know one while we were talking and there were some things that you couldn't talk about, so I want to know if those things are on the table now. We can talk about that. We can talk about everything.
Yeah, ain't nothing hidden. Well, I don't have any secret projects.
All right.
Everything is out. Yeah.
Well, hold your horse because we're going to take a break right here. We're going to come
Okay.
back with Miss Lawrence and Charles Blow.
Oh, my God.
Yes, Charles. I'm going to be talking to you. We're going to be talking about this election.
Oh, my
Charles,
God.
Atlanta, Georgia is blue.
Yes, it is.
And I am so glad. Lawrence, thank you. I love you, and I love me some Charles. And you done surprised me because when I called you, called me from downstairs, I was like, I hear somebody in the background. I want to say, who is it you got with you, girl? And I'm glad I didn't ask because when I saw Charles, honey, my face lit up like a child in a candy store because I love me some Charles Blow, honey, because you know I'm in the politics just as strong as you are, Charles. So we're going to be talking about that too, along with Lord and everything that Lord has going on, honey. I'm your girl, Miss Sophia, holding it down right here on WERUradio. WERUradio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride. Y'all hear Charles in here mocking me. This is Ain't Nothing But a Feeling by Patti LaBelle, honey. Come on, Lawrence and Charles. It ain't nothing but a feeling today.
Ain't nothing but a feeling.
Welcome back to Club Chit Chat with your DJ, Miss Sophia, right here on WERUradio. WERUradio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride, baby. That was Destiny Childs with 8 Days of Christmas, honey. Yeah, we done already started playing our Christmas music, honey. I told y'all the CEO was excited about playing this Christmas music, honey. He wanted to put it in here early, so we ain't even got the Thanksgiving, and he done already put the Christmas music in here, honey. But my special guest today, the one and only Miss Lawrence. Hi, Miss Lawrence.
Hey, so.
And Miss Lawrence brought a special guest with her today, honey, Charles Blow. Hey, Charles Blow.
Huge mistake.
Now, Charles Blow said he has, how many, you have 5 streams of income, and CNN is the what? Oh, okay.
I just said that to say this. Don't let no one stream of income be your only income because you are beholden.
Yes.
If that's the situation.
'Cause now we're in
and I
this
know some people don't have the capacity to do that. But if you have the capacity to have separate streams of income so that you're not a slave to nobody, that no manager, no boss can call you into no room and change your life.
Right.
Because they say we got to let you go. If you have the capacity to do that, always do that.
Yeah.
I love it too because I don't ever pay for anything.
You steal?
What you mean?
You be stealing?
With me.
Oh, I thought you said when you say you'll never pay for nothing. I said, girl, you going to the stores and stealing?
When I was here, no.
You boosted out here?
No, I don't boost. A long time ago. Not anymore.
Charles is a man.
Yeah, with us.
But
Dress code
listen,
is August.
But you have always, ever since, even before, when you were at the salon, and when you were at the club, when we met you at the club, and before you got in these houses and everything, you have always been a hot dresser. Where did you get your sense of fashion from?
I don't know. I think various of places.
The Addams Family.
Church. One of my favorite shows. Let me tell you what show. Don't laugh at him, Sophia. Do not laugh at him. You know what show I live for the fashion? It's an old show, honey.
What?
The Jeffersons, honey.
Okay.
When I tell you Louise Jefferson and they used to be so done, but I draw inspiration from.
So you going down to the help
for
center?
Fashion.
You going out to the help center?
To the help center. What?
That's where they work. That was some good old
They did
ladies
not
who
work
lunch
at the help
girls. They
center.
volunteered
No, they
for
did
a living.
not.
They worked at the help center.
Louise Jefferson?
Yes.
Oh.
The help
Yes,
center was a
girl,
volunteer
they did.
situation.
I thought she was a housewife.
I'm sorry.
George exactly. He's so annoying. You have got to stop.
He's not annoying. He's just a little loud.
I'm sorry.
But I love
But y'all know that
I'm loud
Louise
too.
was the first black lady who lunched that I ever seen in my life. She didn't have no job.
No, yeah, right. She was a real housewife. honey.
She volunteered.
George
for
Oh,
it.
wait,
on
well,
that
hold on. We ain't gonna just let that comment slide on through here. You
No,
said
she was. She
you
was a
said
real-
she was a real housewife, as though some people are not. Who not real housewives?
All them girls that's divorced and struggling and got babies.
Listen,
and daddy's not
I'm
ran
not.
off.
Listen, they get they corn. So listen, ain't no hate for me, honey. Ain't no hate for me.
Charles, we lied. Charles, we lied.
Housewives is aspirational in those
Be
titles.
quiet.
Listen, let me tell you something. But listen, you were on Fashion Queen.
Yeah.
You, Derek J, and Bev. That opened up a whole nother door. I mean, you all really went mainstream
That's when he met
with
me
that
after
show.
he got big.
Should you shut up? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
He's all right. Stop telling that grown man to shut up. But go. But that opened a lot of doors for you guys, and y'all did a great job with that show. How was it working with fashion
That
queens?
was still today the best job I have ever had. The relationships we were able to build not only with each other but our production house, which was Embassy Road. I call him my forever producer. Andy Cohen, obviously, Deirdre Connolly, so many people. And had it not been for Fashion Queens, I can't say that I would be doing what I'm doing now. Did you just? Anyway, that I would be doing that I would have made it to network television. Again, Lee was a fan of our show, and he came up to me in LA one day at a restaurant and introduced himself and told me that he was a fan of our show, and he was also friends with Bevy, and that he wanted to work with me one day. And then later, Bevy made an official introduction to Lee and I, and he asked me to record myself singing something, and I did. And then that's what landed me to Empire. And because of the response, the overwhelmingly good response to my part on Empire, he wrote my character, Miss Bruce, for Star.
Mm-hmm. And you starred with Queen Latifah.
With Queen Latifah, yeah.
And I know you had a hand in introducing them to Amaya.
No,
you did not.
No, I did
How did all
no.
that come about?
I don't know. I don't know how Lee met her. I think through social media. But it's so funny when I went to go and do my audition for Miss Bruce, because he told me, he said, you got to audition for this because it's Fox and they're making me make you do an audition to put it on tape. When I was in my audition, he was like, "Oh, this is gonna be good." He said, "The girl I have playing Cotton, it's a trans girl. Have you ever heard of King Amaya Scott?" I said, "That's my sister." That's my sister from like ballroom and stuff. He was like, "Really?" So when I got in the car after the audition, I called her and she said, "What's going on, sis?" I said, "What's the tea, Cotton?" And she said, "Wait." We both both started screaming. She was like, "Wait, bitch, wait, are you Miss Bruce?" I was like, "Yeah." So yeah, it was just coincidental.
Cause see, I thought you had a hand in it because that's your sister, honey. So now knowing that you didn't have a hand in it, and it was just like her own work. And then at the time, we were getting all these blogs that were talking about Amaya's going to be the first transgender girl that's going to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
She was. So, she was going. They were, to my knowledge, that was in the making. But I
don't know what happened. Fell through the cracks.
But I guess by divine purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, because after that, all the rules were going around that she was going to be a part of Real Housewives of Atlanta, the first trans woman that's going to be a part of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then all of a sudden, it went from she's going to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta to she is on
the first trans woman on primetime network television.
Yeah,
but they co-opted so much of LGBT culture, so maybe we didn't need a trans.
Hello, because that's why y'all on you and Derek J and everybody on. We already had that discussion so many times, so we just gonna let that horse stay buried.
Okay.
Yeah, honey.
I wasn't here when that horse got buried, so I just tried to bury it right here where I was standing.
Okay, but speaking of Say Her Name, you say this was your homage to black women. And
the culture of women, not just black women, just the culture of women, because I believe it's a culture. So yeah, it was an homage to the women's culture. I'm very clear that me being a person that extracts from women's fashion, who has I'm very in tune with my feminine side. It doesn't.
Say it, Lawrence.
It doesn't. It doesn't come from just anywhere. It doesn't just fall out the sky. So, you have to make sure that you honor and respect the spiritual world and where we get stuff from. And so that is what inspired me to do Say Her Name.
Say Her Name.
Yeah.
I'm your girl, Miss Sophia. Hold it down right here on We Are Your Radio. We Are Your Radio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride. And we were already in the break. I was listening to y'all. They were listening to y'all too. Big Frida, the whole Big Frida. We were live.
I would love to see what magic or what art we could make.
Do you know I'm an executive producer on Big Frida's documentary?
Oh, they said, not to cut you off, but they said that Leonardo DiCaprio won that year.
Oh, when he got ate up by that bear.
But we were talking about something off the break, honey. They was trying to figure out this movie and everything. But the laugh hyenas, they came through. But my special guest today is Miss Lawrence, and she brought her special guest with her, Charles Blow. But let me just tell y'all.
Okay, go ahead.
But we've been having a wonderful time. But welcome to Club Chit Chat's Happy Hour, everybody. That's right. This is Club Chit Chat Happy Hour where we drink a little of this, drink a little of that, smoke a little of this, and we smoke a little of that.
Y'all, did she lie? I don't smoke that.
No, that's what we do during Club Chit. It's all legal. It's all legal during Club Chit Chat's Happy Hour. Lawrence, Miss Lawrence. Now, George already asked you off the air, and now we're just going to continue the conversation on the air. It's just like, who are some of the people that you would like to do work with, when it comes to singing? And you said you would like to work with.
I'm very interested to see what could come of if I were able to work with like someone like Kanye West, because I think he is extremely talented, despite who he is and what his political views are, his religious beliefs and views are. You can't deny someone's talent. I don't think anybody should be stripped away of their talent and celebrated for what their talent is. So to answer that question strictly based on talent and who I would like to work with and see what magic or art could be made, I would love to see what Kanye West would do with me as a producer, and as another artist, I would love to see what possibly me and Big Frida would be able to do, especially for the culture.
Okay, now going back to Kanye West, you said that you would love to be able to work with him despite his political views and all that.
I didn't say despite. To answer the question, I would love to see what we could come up with, or what he would come up with as a creative person.
Right.
And that is I'm not thinking about who he is as a who he is from his political views.
But just
and all
the
that type of stuff.
The focus part would be his talent. You just want to focus. You would want to work with him because of his talent, and all the other stuff you don't want to be bothered with because that is not what's important.
Well, I mean, who a person is important, but I'm just thinking of who y'all ask who I
heard you. But what I'm saying is just like you are able to put aside those differences and to just work with him because of his talent.
Right.
You're going to work with him because of his talent, and you're going to put aside all of the other stuff, all the personal stuff and stuff like that. So it's just like that is the same argument that we have been having when it comes to the gay celebrities. Why is it that somebody in the heterosexual world can't put aside somebody's personal life and work with them solely based on their talent?
Well, I can't say that the entire heterosexual world or straight community is that, because I mean, I look at my friends Anita Wilson and Rick Robinson. They come from the gospel world, and they're black people, and they took a strong interest. Invested a lot of themselves in me as who's an artist who's openly gay. So I can't say that everybody's like, I wish we could see more of that. I wish we could see more of that, and but hopefully. I think we're evolving, but we're not evolving fast enough in my opinion. Because the thing that, like we were discussing, you were discussing off the air that when Frank Ocean was doing all of this, and Frank Ocean, when they found out that Frank Ocean was a part of this community, now it's just like, where's Frank Ocean? Lil Nas X, they found out Lil Nas X, he was a part of this community, and then it's just like, a lot of people don't want to work with Lil Nas X, but I think Billy Ray Cyrus, him working with someone else outside of the black community helped save Lil Nas X. And then I'm thinking about, when you said the gospel, I'm thinking about B. Slade. When B. Slade first came out and they found out that B. Slade was a part of the community, the gospel community turned against him. So why is it that we are able to just recognize people and work with people solely based on their talent, but they won't give us the same opportunities? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I wish I knew the answer to that, and I don't know.
Charles, you want to chime in on that?
Well, I just want to say that I don't think you can't put aside their politics, because Donald Trump has literally, for his entire administration, gone after trans people. and Kanye showed up in support of that man. I can't in this community. I can't in this community have anything to do with Kanye because you can't support that transphobia in that man. Like every possible turn where he could do something to hurt trans people, he did it.
Because didn't we turn against?
You mean Donald Trump?
Donald Trump did it.
Right.
And when Kanye showed up twice.
And not only that, but this election, then 50 Cent jumped on board. And then Lil Wayne jumped on board.
So here's the thing. Are you a fan of the show Power?
I don't know it really.
I'm sorry?
I don't really know it.
You know it. And you watch it. And 50 Cent expressed that he was a Trump supporter. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of the same.
I've never seen Power in my life.
Okay.
I was trying to be nice. I've never seen Power in my life.
It's kind of the same conversation.
But the thing about it is, with that, we'll have to wait and see if it's going to hurt their ratings because it's just like...
So, and what I will say is that, you know, we know who Donald Trump is, granted. So... You have these rappers or whoever to come out and say that they support that man or that demon, if you will. Do I think that Kanye have the same views and ideas of the trans community as Trump? No, I don't think that at all.
But this is the thing. But
the fact you show up, that means you didn't do your homework or you agree with it, and the percentage of black men,
even as a Democrat. As a blue person, it's people that we support where we don't share the same views either as those people as well.
I not openly attack trans people. Like there are people who are like, oh, I'm not sure about gay marriage. Oh, I'm not sure. Well, that's one thing. Mm-hmm. When you strip away protections for these people.
Yes, which is absolutely.
That's a whole nother level.
Absolutely.
And those people are part of this community. So I'm like, I can't be blind to that.
No, but then I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna go to break. But it's just like when we're talking about this situation, and we're talking about the 50 Cents and the Lil Waynes, but it's just like we're still supporting these men. But we didn't do the same thing for Chrisette Michele. Was that the one that went and sung at the inauguration for Donald Trump?
Correct.
We counseled her.
So why is it
so quick that we'll counsel the female, but we always try to give the men an excuse?
I canceled BB when I saw him. I was at the Republican National Convention, and I was peeked over that balcony, and I saw BB down there singing. I was like, you know what? That's the last time, BB.
Speaking of singing, I'm your girl, Miss Sophia, hold it down right here on WERUradio. WERUradio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride. Miss Lawrence, we're getting ready to play Stand By Me. You want to introduce this song? You want to introduce it?
No, you introduce it. I don't know. You do it.
No, just give and tell. You were talking about it earlier. Stand By Me.
When the night has come and the land is dark.
You always wanted to do this cover.
And the moon is the only light we'll see. That's it. That's about it.
That's it. Stand By Me by Miss Lawrence.
Merry Christmas. Be together to share this Christmas.
I can do all that.
This Christmas will
if my tongue was a little bit fatter, I could do all that, but it ain't like that. The Lord didn't give me that.
Oh, jingle bell, jingle bell.
Jangle.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Oh, it was a silent night.
That showed us on. They gave our black kids
Three
a moment
wise
for
men
traveling from the east.
Welcome to Club Chit Chat with your DJ Miss Sophia right here on WERUradio. WERUradio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride. My very special guest today, Miss Lawrence, and also Charles Blow.
I'm just sitting by the side.
You just sit by the side, and Lawrence is being mean to you.
Lawrence is being mean, and y'all ain't taking up for me.
We are taking up the laughing hyenas. They're taking up for you. They say, Miss Lawrence, stop.
This Christmas.
You love that song, This Christmas, honey. I think you want to come out with a
Christmas music.
Do you decorate your house in green and red?
Nope.
I think green and red is the tackiest color
scheme. I don't do all that decorating. I don't do all that decorating because who's taking that stuff down? I'm not doing it, honey. I'm not gonna deal with that.
Yeah, you're to the point now where you can pay somebody to take it down. You can pay somebody to put it up.
Pandemic, honey. I ain't worked since last year sometime.
You've been working. You do all sorts of things.
Shut up.
Yes, the Phoenix Realtor man said Miss Lawrence needs another good role. I love you on Star.
Thank you. What's his name?
Roll. What? How you spell
Phoenix
roll?
Realtor man.
Thank you.
How you spell it roll?
Shut up, interrupting.
R, just about 16 R.
And what?
We are you.
You know what, Sophia? I'm not doing this with you.
That's what you keep saying, but you keep doing it with me.
Sophia got a T-Bonds wig on, y'all. It's long. It's long on the side.
Asymmetric.
You know, you remember back in the 90s, the girls used to wear two hairstyles at one time, baby. They had one style in the back and one in the front.
Look, Lawrence them created all that.
Yes.
Oh, you did all that?
Oh,
Yeah, because we were just wearing, we were just wearing curly hair before that. We were just wearing curly hair.
Oh, yeah.
But I said I was going to get into some more of your business, something that you're involved in, honey, all over the world, and that is you are a Balenciaga. You are part of the house of Balenciaga. You come from the ballroom scene.
Yeah.
So what is that like being from the ballroom scene, and then you are influencing these shows that you are now on?
I got introduced to ballroom in, I think that was maybe 2005 or 6 through Raquel. Lord Balenciaga, who's the founding mother of my house. And how that happened was I did a hair show for Bronner Brothers in 2005, and I needed Raquel to be a part of my production. Mm-hmm. And so, Raquel, honey, what can she get, honey? So
She's very Trump.
Right.
What's in it for me?
Raquel actually became a client of mine, right?
Yes.
Not very Trump. So Raquel became a client of mine, and I ended up doing her hair late. It was real late one night. She was like, I need you, man. I gotta go do this thing late. But she was getting ready for a ball, honey. So I had to do her hair for her. So I went with her. And I became so infatuated with it. So then I went to another ball. This was the one where she won $5,000 for face, and we did that one. And then I just surely just stayed around, and then I started participating, and I got chopped several times, honey. And I would go out there and try and walk. Thought I was walking best dressed. Thought I knew what I was doing because I had like a Malolo Blahnik boot on or something, but had no idea that ballroom fashion was completely different from just regular everyday fashion. So I would go out there, honey, and get set up. Raquel was like, "Yeah, go on and walk, child." I go out there, get chopped. And I just couldn't figure out why.
So for the people that don't understand what we're talking about, when you get chopped, that means just like you have been eliminated from the competition.
You are eliminated. That means getting chopped is what just happened to Trump. Okay, that's the same. It's equivalent, honey. Get out of here, girl. But Trump is one of them girls. She likes to stand at the judge's panel and be giving who chopped me, who chopped me, and why. It's not a chop. But anyway, I kept going and kept going, and then I started winning. Then I became. Then Raquel brought me to the house of Balenciaga, and then I started winning and kept winning, and then years later, I became one of the regional mothers of what I currently am today, and that's Atlanta Mother Balenciaga. And ballroom, the culture, has influenced a lot of who I am and what I'm able to bring to the screens, to music, because it's an idea that allows you to challenge yourself and always outdo yourself every time you do something new. I don't know if I would be as strong in that had it not been for ballroom.
Right. And then when I looked at the cover, the picture that you have on your new single that you released,
yes,
I say that is very ballroom influence.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because you're constantly, every time you're like, okay, what can I did that already. No, you girl, impress yourself, step it up. What you gonna do next? So I have that mentality. I have that mentality, and so yeah, the cover of Stand By Me is that very ballroom.
And so then it's just like, coming up and, growing up and just watching ballroom since I've been here in Atlanta. And I know that Andre Mizrahi is a very big influence when it comes to ballroom. Pioneer. I mean, not just here in America, but all around the world.
Yes.
Him and Jack. And also, it's just like what you all have done and what you all have created within the gay community. Now to see it mainstream with a show like Pose, how does that make you feel?
It feels really good because now people get to see the real reference of what has influenced pop culture so much. What you see from our favorite supermodels, what you see from our favorite entertainers, the Madonnas, the the Naomis, the Beyoncés, all you get to see. You get to see the a lot of the real reference when you look at shows like Pose, or when you go to YouTube and you Google balls and all that type of stuff. You get to see where the root of a lot of the things that excite us and get us up off our feet. You get to see the root of it.
And we're going to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about, because I think that is what led you to be a part of Fashion Queens, you and Derek J and Ben, because, once you became part of Fashion Queen, then it's just like you already knew about fashion, and that only influenced your fashion heights. And it just took it to a whole nother level, honey. And you were able to influence people about what they need to wear on red carpets and all of that. So we're going to talk about that and so much more when we come back right here at Club Chit Chat on WERUradio. WERUradio, we're the home of the urban sound of pride. You ready to ride, Charles?
I've been riding. Where am I riding? I'm not riding right now. I think I'm riding right now.
All right, well, let's ride.
Check this out. We got a great show coming your way today.
Welcome to Club Chit Chat. This is your girl, Miss Sophia, holding it down right here on WERUradio. WERUradio, we are the home of the urban sound of pride. Baby, I don't know what's going on with that track, Miss Lawrence, but it says that we have 15 seconds left. When I started talking earlier, it said we had 45 seconds left. When I counted down to the 10, then it jumped to a minute, and now we're still in this song and nothing is playing. So y'all gonna have to go back and get that track together because y'all messing up my radio time here. But my very special guest today is the one and only Miss Lawrence, all the way from the house of Balenciaga. And also Lawrence has brought in a very special guest, the one and only Charles Blow. He is a contributor to CNN, and he's also an author. He's also a great supporter. He's also one of Lawrence's best friends, and they are in here cutting up and kikiing during this commercial. And if you're not on my YouTube live, you are missing all of the activities going on while we are playing music. But hi, Charles.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You have a new book that is you just finished, right?
I just finished.
What's the name of the book?
The Devil You Know.
The Devil You Know. And when is it going to be released?
January 26th.
January 26th, The Devil You Know. And what is some of the things that you're talking about in the book?
It is basically a persuasive essay. Is trying to convince all black people who migrated north during the Great Migration to move back to the South for political reasons.
Okay, and you're a new resident to Atlanta. You
Yes,
moved
I am.
to Atlanta from?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Yes.
And what's the difference between Brooklyn and Atlanta?
So many differences. But the thing people don't understand about New York is like there's 2 million black people live in New York.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than a lot of big cities total. So it's a lot of black people there, but they're only a fourth or so of the population in New York. So
Right.
you don't always see a lot of black people together when you go out. And the difference here for me is like black culture is central. It is the focal point of a city like Atlanta. So you don't even think about being in black space when you're here because all the spaces are black. So I'm like, it's like coming home. I'm from the South, I'm from Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like coming home to be in the South.
Right. Now, you and Lawrence are best friends. How did you meet Miss Lawrence?
Let Lawrence answer that. Go Lawrence.
We met through Bevy Smith.
Okay.
We met through Bevy Smith at Essence in New Orleans.
Oh, that's the fraternity, man.
Essence, yes.
Okay, I didn't know when. I can't remember.
Anyway, and Essence Festival in New Orleans. That's where we met. Yeah. And yeah.
And y'all been best friends.
Then when he
I moved here, and he was like, "You got to come meet his place and this place and that place and then whatever." And
that hold on. No.
that's what happened. Sophia, that's what happened.
No.
Let me hear your version, Lawrence.
No.
What happened?
I'm moving to Atlanta.
Yes,
You have got to show me the city.
that's true.
You have got to you gotta give me a proper welcoming and all of that type of stuff. That's what happened.
Okay. And then he was like, "We got this place, that place, and this place, and that place." So that's what I was doing.
But now moving to Atlanta, and you say that Atlanta is blue because you moved from a blue state. New York has always been blue.
So literally, the thesis of the book is about black people moving to the South to change the politics of the South. Because at the end of the Civil War, 3 southern states were majority black.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize that. Mississippi was majority black. Majority of the voters in Mississippi were black. Black people moved from the North back to Mississippi because it was the revolutionary state because black people ran it. And so I'm just like, I understand why we moved away, but if you did it, if you were still here, this is what power feels like. There's a reason that the United States is called the United States
of America.
Because the states hold half the power. So I moved back to be part of it.
Now,
honey, he could have went anywhere, honey.
You see, I'm trying to talk serious, y'all.
Honey, Georgia is not the only state in the South, honey.
but speaking of Georgia, Georgia has turned blue for the first time since Clinton, President Clinton.
Yes.
So,
29 years.
How do you feel living in Georgia, and now that Georgia is blue?
I mean, I think I share the same energy and happiness as most AT aliens do, especially the black ones here, you know.
I thought he was gonna say me.
What? Why would I say you ain't from here? You ain't from here, so please don't just out the blue start trying to rep Atlanta, honey. Okay?
I've been living here a whole year.
You're not entitled or you don't have the right to rep.
Can I use
ATL
stats?
like
Can I
that.
use statistics?
Now, as a black man, you do have the right to celebrate with us in spirit and in physical.
Y'all see how
the
Lawrence treats
fact
me?
that
Y'all see
Georgia
how Lawrence
has
treats me?
turned blue after 29 years because it was because of the black vote that we did. So right there, you do have every right to
I'm gonna
celebrate.
give y'all one statistic. Okay, Sophia, I'm gonna give you this. So when Clinton did it, it turned Georgia blue in '92. Mm-hmm. Black people were only about a quarter of the population of Georgia. This year, when it turned blue, black people are a third of the population. And the reason it's a third is people like me have moved back to Georgia from the north.
You didn't move back.
But
You ain't never lived here.
Yeah, but they moved back from north to south.
But listen, let me ask you this.
Yes.
Are you still a registered voter in New York or Georgia?
No, I'm here now, baby.
Are you a registered voter here in Georgia? So you voted here in Georgia this time. Okay,
Child, all the people from up north, they want to come. Now they want to start coming back to the South,
Okay,
honey.
y'all
'cause
do hear
the
how
black
Lawrence
folk
talks,
in the
right?
South done did all this
So,
good hard work
Lawrence
down
brought-
here,
Lawrence
honey.
brought me up to
And
this
now
radio
y'all
show,
want to
and
come
now he
back.
wanna
Now
talk
y'all
like
want to
this.
come to the South
So
and
I'm-
celebrate with the black people.
I'm
It's a
trying-
real good time to be black, honey.
I'm trying
in the South.
I'm trying to be nice and like be.
You just trying to be nice
But
now.
listen, well, hold on. Let me see.
This how he talk to
Let me
me.
see. He said he's trying to be nice. Let me see if I can pull up this clip.
Oh, you doing, Sophia?
Exactly.
Pull up
Exactly.
this clip. Hold on. Let me
What?
see.
Wait, what's Sophia doing, y'all?
Because you said
You know,
you're trying
black
to be
the
nice.
black folk down here, especially in Atlanta, honey. You know, we do good things. We do some real good stuff down here. Black people, we turned, we lit.
We turned,
as
we
they
lit.
say.
But for 29
now
years-
you want to come down here,
but for
honey.
29 years, it
you
wasn't
were
turned.
in Brooklyn and writing for the New York Times
still write
and
for the New York
all
Times.
of these things and this and the third and writing all these books and the author.
Yeah.
Now you want to come here so you can have fun.
Craig and
You know
Maddie.
what?
Craig and T.S. Madison. Calm down.
Oh, is that what they give? Where's my sister Maddie? I ain't talked to Maddie in so long.
But
I've never
listen.
met Maddie. I want to meet Maddie.
You want to meet
You wanna
Maddie?
meet Maddie?
I can make that happen.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, how do y'all feel about, President Joe Biden? He is President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, the first African-American woman of color to
And
hold that
Indian.
position. How do y'all feel about the history that has been made with this election, Lawrence?
Well, for me, what I think the thing that I'm most excited about out of the election is the fact that a woman of color, Kamala, was elected as the first vice president. Being as though I have an allegiance to women of color because I feel like that was the first group of people to accept me for who I am, which is one reason why I wrote my song "Say Her Name." It was an homage to women's culture, and so seeing someone like Kamala become vice president, not only that is she because she's done great work, even as a senator, being unapologetically just strong, but also possessing, being able to hold on to her femininity, which a lot of people are afraid to straddle that line because they feel like they have to pick and choose. And I think she's done a great job at both. It makes me very happy, and it makes the culture of who we are even more. Promising may be the wrong word, but I think our progression, just as a people, I think it's becoming brighter and brighter.
Okay, and Charles, and I want to ask you the same question, and I want to add on to that because I know you've been going back and forth with these people on CNN. You've been representing and you've been putting them in their place when they get out of line. And I wish you were there now because the things that are going on right now with this administration not wanting to concede the election and all of that. How do you feel about, the election, the history that we made, and on top of that, the foolishness that's going on in the White House with this administration?
Well, in the first instance, the part of it I focus on is the HBCU part of it. That Kamala Harris is a graduate of an HBCU.
How?
That I live in a city where the mayor is a graduate of an HBCU. I live in a state where the person who helped to turn the state blue is a graduate of an HBCU. That the Biden campaign was helped run by Simone Sanders, who is a graduate of an HBCU. I always want people to remember that it's not always about the resources that the institution has, or the reputation, or the quality of professors. Sometimes it literally is about us supporting us and being in a space where people can see us, absorb us, be around us. We can learn from them, they can learn from us. You know, when I graduated from high school, I had, I'm from Louisiana, and so the premier public college in Louisiana is LSU. Mm-hmm. And the second tier is Louisiana Tech. I had full scholarships to go to both of those schools. I chose Grambling. Sometimes we have to choose us. Mm-hmm. It may not be the one with the most. It may not be the one with all the resources. We have to choose us. And the recruiter helped me to see this, because he said, LSU doesn't need you. Louisiana Tech doesn't need you. Grambling needs you. And what I knew immediately, at 18 years old, I knew immediately what he was saying, that they needed me to be in the space. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we need to be in our own space so that whatever we have to give, somebody else can absorb, and whatever they have to give, we can absorb. And I'm so happy and thrilled that these women, all these black women, have done this and demonstrated to us that we have to sometimes just be in our own space.
So what is it that you could say to the Republican Party, if you could talk to the Republican parties, especially the senators and the congressmen that are going along, are enabling Trump to carry on the way that he's carrying on, like a 7-year-old child, after this election has been called?
History's going to remember you. Listen, I am not the kind of person who says forever and ever and ever nobody will vote Republican. Because I know that at the turn of the century, the Democratic Party was the racist. Black people are able to understand the dynamics of a situation and migrate. So we migrated from being all the ones of us who could vote, from being all Republican to now being 90% Democrat, because the Republican Party chose to throw us away. They said we would literally like the people who hate you rather than you. Right. And so I understand that we are flexible enough to understand the dynamics on the ground. I'm just looking at the Republicans saying, the way you're going, it's not going to work. The math doesn't work. The demographics in the future and right now even not going to work. You may be clinging on to the last vestiges of white power, but it can't last, and you know it can't last. Right, and that's what a lot of people are saying, is that the Republicans know that they are no longer the majority. Yes. They know that they are the minority, and that's why they have all of this voter suppression, and they're trying to cheat, and they're trying to find every angle that they could, steal an election, because they know that they are no longer the majority. The only way they can win is to cheat it. But we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about you, Miss Lawrence, being on Fashion Queen.
Yeah, let's get back to Miss Lawrence, because I was just trying to drink my pineapple flavored water, and I had to talk politics.
But on your girl, Miss Sophia, hold it down right here. We are your radio. We are your radio. We are the home of the urban sound of pride. This song is titled "Let Go." This is a gospel. We can do this gospel.
What do you know about some gospel?
That is Miss Lawrence with "Stand By Me," and Miss Lawrence is in the studio today, honey. And we were supposed to be going to some more music, honey, but the CEO told me, he said, "Come up after this. Come up after this." Go ahead, honey. That's
Stand by me.
But they were having a conversation. They were having a conversation in the studio, and the conversation was about, enablers. These Trump enablers. And then Charles is standing on the side that, I cannot work with somebody who is an accomplice to something that I know is wrong. And Miss Lawrence is like, I can, set aside what somebody's doing if I want to work with them, and I want to work with them for their talent. And then George is like, well, yeah, we can separate the two. We can separate, that from this. And then Charles is like, no, we cannot. And one of the examples that they used during the break was George was saying, well, are Maxine Waters Congress and, all these congressmen and senators, Democratic congressmen and senators are accomplices because they are a part of something with this White House, and the slaves built the White House. So are they a part of accomplishing these politicians when it comes to this here? And then Charles was like, well, if you could do like Michelle Obama, First Lady Michelle Obama did, you can acknowledge that they built the White House. But when you sit up here and you sit around here and you are supporting white supremacy and all of these hate groups and stuff, no, I cannot work with you. So you all can take on the conversation from there.
Well, let me add to that. I would not work with someone who has blatantly disrespected my community, who I am, and the community that I belong to. Blatantly. That means I wouldn't work with or do anything, artistry related with a Donald Trump. No, I wouldn't. Because he blatantly and verbally have made attacks on my in the community which I belong.
Exactly.
I've not seen that art. I've not heard. I could be wrong. That from a Kanye West.
Yes, when he was in that White House, baby, he stood up and said, I like this man because he made me feel, I had no father growing up. He made me feel like a man. He made me feel he was a man, and he made me...
I've not heard a verbal or seen a physical attack blatantly on the black gay community from a Kanye West. I have not. And if he, I would never say that I would want to work with him.
Who's the majority of the people who are getting trans people getting killed?
I have not heard him verbally or blatantly express hatred or disdain or show an attack verbally or anything on the gay community.
But I think what Charles is getting at is, although you haven't heard Kanye West say that, you have seen actions of Donald Trump, who Kanye West supports. And Donald Trump has stacked the Supreme Court, and part of the reason he stacked the Supreme Court is because he wants to roll back gay marriage.
Correct. So
the
here's
thing that Charles is saying, Charles is saying is, you cannot detach Kanye West from Donald Trump. If he supports Donald Trump, then he's supporting what Donald Trump is doing.
I feel like people can't detach only when it's convenient for them. Because I've seen a lot of people that I absolutely love and admire who also felt like they couldn't detach themselves from certain comedians who have done nothing but slander the gay community and say things like if their child was gay, they would kill them. Okay. But we still support them.
But I'm talking
and
about
hold on.
Getting killed, and I'm saying to you that all we can do to be allies to any community is try our best to be in their shoes. I'm not trans. All I can do is try.
I'm not either.
All I can do is try to be in their shoes. And when I see you talking about how you don't feel safe just getting home, or you might hook up with somebody and you don't know if that person is going to let you live to tell about it or whatever. So that means that everything that's in the air that is putting you in danger is a problem for me because it's a problem for you.
Absolutely.
It's a problem for you.
Absolutely.
And so anybody who participates in that, you automatically X'd off to me.
Okay.
You automatically X'd off to me.
So when I look at people like a Nigel Shelby, who was 12 years old, who committed suicide because he could not cope with the idea that there was this world that was against him for being gay. And then I look at tweets and I look at these antithetical ideas against the gay community from different celebrities and you name it, and we don't chop them, or we don't tell our brothers and sisters, oh, you shouldn't support them, you shouldn't even use this. No, we don't. I
do.
I'm not talking about you. We're not talking about you. I'm just saying in general. So when I say that I would work with a Kanye because if he supports Donald Trump, which I think is stupid, but that's him. I've not heard him express again any hate, spew any vitriol or anything towards the trans community or the gay community. I've not heard. I could be wrong, but I've not heard.
Let me tell you,
seen it.
This is how it works. Oppression can be passive. Mm-hmm. So you don't even have to be against openly say anything against black people to be a part of the system that oppresses us and makes the cops interact with us in violent ways.
Yeah.
So, but you can be silent about it. You cannot support politicians who want to dismantle that. You cannot answer survey questions that say you oppose it.
Yeah.
That's passive oppression.
Yeah.
And so it is possible to be passive in your oppression. And I don't give a pass to the ignorance that allows that to happen. So you can say, oh, I didn't know. Well, baby, that ain't my problem. I ain't dealing with you. Because these people over here feel like their life is in danger. And I can't have a passive approach to defending them just because you have a passive approach to supporting the people who are oppressing them.
Right, yeah. You know, I think it's just a very fine line when it comes to who we should support and who we shouldn't. I think there are a lot of politicians who have actively voted on things that would oppress us as black people, yet we still vote for them. Yet we still support them 100%. So I think that is a never-ending conversation. I think it's a never-ending struggle that we will have. You know what I'm saying?
I think when it comes to these conversations, I think the black gay community is becoming more like the black community and the Democratic Party. We are so quick to be the bigger person in situations. When are we going to just hold our ground and wait for them to become the bigger person? Because what's going on right now in D.C. with Trump not conceding and the Republican Party is not standing up to him saying, listen, you need to be the bigger person and suck it up like Barack Obama them did, 4 years ago when they thought Hillary Clinton was going to win. You need to suck it up, be the bigger person, and come on out here and concede so we can move forward in this country. Why is it that the black gay community has to be the bigger person when, we are just like everybody else? We want to be supported, we want to be loved, and we want to be protected just like everybody else. Why do we always have to be the bigger person?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I ain't trying to do that. So
we know you're not trying to do it. But we're just tired of it. We're just tired of it. And then it's just like we said, honey, it's just like politics, religion, money, and race. These are 4 things that will stir up a conversation, and you'll get a lot of different views. But these are the 4 things that people try to stray away from having the conversations about.
Oh yeah.
But how are we going to grow as a person, as a people, as a country?
You gotta get uncomfortable.
Yes.
Or can we turn that glove inside out and say you have to get comfortable?
Yeah.
You have to get comfortable.
No, the conversations are uncomfortable. You have to have uncomfortable conversations.
I'm not trying to have no conversation. We had this conversation over lunch.
You having a conversation right now.
I'm not trying to have no conversation trying to drag nobody. I ain't trying to drag nobody. I know caves. No, you want to be a caveman? Stay in the cave, baby.
What are you talking about?
We had this
In
conversation.
general.
I said one of my favorite quotes was Toni Morrison saying one of the greatest effects of racism, even if it's not the intention, the greatest effect is distraction. It keeps you explaining things that don't need to be explained. And I always say that time, energy, passion are limited commodities in a life. I don't get an endless amount of this. I only have so much of this I can have in my life. I'm only going to have so many summers in this life.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be over. So I'm not going to spend my summers trying to drag somebody out of a cave when I could be loving my family, being in my community, doing my work, writing my books. I look at people in history like Frederick Douglass, one of the most brilliant people ever in America and probably the world.
Don't say you met, because then I'm going to be like, oh,
no, but I always think like, he spent his whole life fighting this issue. What could Frederick Douglass have done if he didn't have to fight this issue? So I'm just like,
But because he fought, he made room for us.
Yes, but I'm just saying.
So I think once you acknowledge and understand that we are here on assignment and that none of this is really about us and it's about those that are coming behind us.
My assignment is not trying to seduce the oppressor into not loving me, baby.
Mine is to make sure that we do the work for those that are coming behind us.
But
That's what I think my
But did you hear what he said? Say that again,
No,
Charles.
I'm not
Say
listening to
what
Charles.
you said.
Charles
but
wanted
listen.
to become combative and
No,
crazy.
no,
I'm
he's
not
not.
doing that.
My assignment is not to seduce the oppressor into loving me.
No, but I am going to make you respect me. And I'm gonna make you as best I can respect those that are coming behind me. I don't care if you love me or not. That's between you and God, or whoever your God is. That's between you and the spiritual world, whether or not you love me. But you will respect me, especially in my face. That will happen. That will happen.
I'm not even gonna give you my face.
That will happen. Honey, I'm just saying.
Oh my God. What you gonna give him, Charles? What you gonna give him?
That hand he like to throw up on CNN.
Oh no, he said he's not gonna give you his face, so that means he's turning around, honey. He giving you something else.
I'm just saying. Listen, if we become mute and we become quiet, that does nothing for those.
I never said be music quiet.
I'm not talking about you. I want you to calm down. This ain't your interview. That's number one.
You trying to be up here.
Craig and Maddie.
That's number
Craig
one.
and Maddie.
You trying to be up
T.S. and Craig. Calm down. Calm down.
down.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna invite you. I'm gonna invite you back, and I'm gonna invite Charles
Please
back.
do, baby. Because
And you coming with Charles? Come.
When you bring him up here to talk about his book, baby, the way I'm going to carry on your interview. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Could I get you to say before you leave? This is Miss Lawrence, and you're listening to my girl, Miss Sophia, right here on WERUradio at Club Chit Chat.
This is Miss Lawrence, and you are listening to my girl, my sister, the very talented, iconic, and legendary Miss Sophia on We
Are you?
Are You Radio
Club Chit Chat.
Chat.
Yes. Charles, you ready?
What?
Go ahead and do the same thing.
I can't do that. I can't remember all that.
Yeah, say, this is Charles
Okay.
Blow.
This is Charles Blow. You're listening to Miss Sophia.
No, you said in that voice you've been using for the last hour trying to battle me because I like Kanye West. Because I like Kanye West's music and his gifts and his talent.
What I say again?
Take two.
This is Miss Sophia. So this is Charles Blow.
Yes.
Yeah, you're listening to my girl, Miss Sophia, on WERUradio, the home of Club Chit Chat.
This is Charles Blow. You're listening to my girl, Miss Sophia, on WERUradio, Club Chit Chat.
The home of Club Chit Chat.
The home of Club Chit Chat.
And the Laughing Hyenas.
And the laughing. How much I gotta say, Sophia?
Say, and the Laughing Hyenas.
And the laughing hyena. You cut this.
And I love you, President. No, not that. Come on. I love you, President of the Laughing Hyenas.
Oh, and Miss Sophia is the president of the
No,
laughing.
I love the President of the Laughing Hyenas.
Who? That's the president over there?
No. I'm going to tell you once you say that line.
I'm not gonna say it. What is it gonna mean?
No, it's just the President of the Laughing
And
Hyenas.
the president of the Laughing
The
Hyenas.
Diamond Club members.
You can't you do it too much.
Sophia,
Say the Diamond Club members. Come on, Charles, you almost finished.
I know I am finished. That's why you gotta twist it.
Y'all see? Charles is a mess, honey. I was trying to get him to say the president's name. He won't say the president's name, honey.
You all said, oh.
But you all have been wonderful. I have enjoyed you all, honey. We talked about everything but sports. Why are you embarrassed, honey?
Embarrassed.
He embarrassed you. No, I love Charles, honey. I love y'all. Y'all did a great job. The Laughing Hyenas, they loved y'all. I'm telling y'all, this show is a hot show, honey.
Guys.
Because we talked about some of everything. Tell people how they can keep in contact with you, Miss Lawrence.
My social media, Miss Lawrence, MISS Lawrence.
Yeah, and I all platforms I'm the same name, Charles M as in Michael Blow.
All right. Any departing words?
No, that's it. I'm happy that I got to sit down with you, Miss Sophia.
I'm happy.
But this one,
I'm carefree. And I'm gay.
Yes.
I was born this way. I'm happy. You don't know that song, do you? I'm carefree.
You just made that
and
up?
I'm gay. No,
I was
honey,
born
that's
this way.
Carl Bean. Carl
Bean.
Bean.
That was around when you was just a little.
From a little bitty boy.
Oh, see this one right here
From a
is gonna
little
make me
boy.
come across these ring lights, baby.
Jasmine Nicole Richardson say, hey, Charles Blow.
Hey, Jasmine Nicole Richardson.
That's the president of the Diamond Club, had laughing hyenas.
Oh, hey, President.
Oh, but you all have been wonderful. I have enjoyed you guys, and if you ever need anything, make sure you let us know, honey. We'll be right there, honey. Miss Lawrence, I'm so proud of you. Everything
Thank
that you
you,
have
so.
done.
I'm so proud.
Oh,
Lawrence.
but we haven't talked about you have a new project
yes,
coming out.
guys,
What's the new project?
February. This coming February 2021, February the 12th to be exact. The United States versus Billie Holiday, directed by Lee Daniels, movie starring Andra Day. I am also supporting, I guess, co-starring in. I don't know. But yeah, that's my latest project that is done, and it'll be out in February. It just got announced last week, I think that was.
Yes.
So be on the lookout for that. February 2021.
What's the name of the movie again?
The United States, or the U.S. versus Billie Holiday.
Okay. And there's a rumor been floating around that you're going to play an iconic figure in the community. Are we able to talk about that? Can you confirm or deny anything about that?
No, I can't confirm that. I wish I could confirm it, but I can't because I don't know.
So it's just a rumor.
It's just
right
a
now.
rumor about me playing Sylvester, but I can't confirm that. I have no idea. I don't even know when they plan to start writing that or working on it, but hopefully I hear I'm in the running for it, but I can't confirm that I will be.
I know somebody else is happy because they want to play Sylvester because they are one of Sylvester's biggest fans. After Patty, then it's Sylvester.
Yeah.
Come out with a pie, baby.
You are my friend. I never knew it till then.
I love you, Charles. Charles is a mess, honey. Charles, what do you have going on, honey?
Your book is coming out.
My book is coming out in
January
26th. There's an opera based on my life and my memoir that comes out. The Met will premiere it.
What?
The end of 2021. September, they're opening.
Who's producing the opera?
The Met.
Let me go see if they said
And
anything
it is the
about
first
trans
opera in the history of the Met, which is the largest opera company in America, by a black composer.
Oh.
And it is only the second opera that has an all-black cast, which Porgy and Bess was the first opera with all-black cast. So it is history.
But we waiting on that book to come out, The Devil You Know.
The devil you know, baby.
January
You can
5th.
pre-order now
You can pre-order now?
on Amazon. Yeah.
All right, but I love you guys. God bless you, and thank you for coming out today to
I
Club
love you
Chit
so.
Chat and hanging out with me.
Lawrence is mad at me because I can't to his interview,
I'm
but
not
he
mad.
brought me to the interview.
No, he wanted to come.
He brought me.
He wanted to come.
But both of y'all are coming back, honey.
Yes.
This
Oh,
is yours
I'm coming.
home. But before I get out of here, I just want to let everybody know tomorrow on Club Chit Chat, tomorrow at Club Chit Chat, our special guest is going to be the one and only J.L. King. So make sure you tune in tomorrow to listen to J.L. King. I love you all. God bless
Love you so.
Be sweet, be blessed, but more importantly, be a blessing. But above that, be yourself because no one else can be you but you. They can only be a carbon copy of you, but a carbon copy is never better than the original. And you, my darling laughing hyenas, and my We Are Your Radio family, and my Beehive, and my Man and Mob, and my Okras, and my Barbs are all originals. I'm so glad we had this time together, Charles and Miss Lawrence, just to sing a song or share a laugh or two or go back and forth with each other. And before you ever know it, comes the time for us to show it. And the supervisor is telling us to say, so long. I love you all. God bless you.
Bye.
Bye. And we're out.